Math is for blockers, but I'm pretty sure we've got it. Wow. I thought this mono green deck was coming for revenge, but I guess not. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. Low. Good game. That's 16 damage plus the 8 on the side, which again would be lethal anyways. Kapow! Woof. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We have a brand new Mythic rank standard best of 1 Kamigawa Neon Dynasty deck. This is a Selesnya white and green aggro deck. We have the Light-Paws in-house with the Runeforged champion, of course, as well, running some tasty runes with a twist. In today's video, we are going to break down the deck list, talk about the strategies, the synergies held within, showcase and demonstrate all of this within the gameplay footage, giving you a deeper understanding of how to pilot the deck effectively. And then we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and card of the day. Could you guess what that is? Are you guys that clever that you could guess just off those quick flashes? Let me know in the comments below if you could. So, let's take a look at this Selesnya aggro deck. Oh, while we're here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it to your friends. Oh, by the way, right, you know, silly streamer. Anywho, a few things about this deck before we get started. It is nearly unstoppable. I was beating, you know, again, not only the best players in the world, but the best decks in the world fairly consistently, and we have a 75% win rate on this. We lost our first match and then went undefeated for 3, which was really cool, climbing into like the top 800 Mythic, which is pretty decent as well. And, you know, this is a deck that you will become familiar with, no doubt about it. And the big brain play here is not only Light-Paws, the Emperor's Voice, to free cast auras, which is very good, triggering the Kami of Transcendence, which is fantastic, but Alvar, God of Battle. Now, this is something I feel that many others have overlooked. I've been running it in my rune builds for longer than I can remember, and it's due to my obsession with Double Strike. I love Double Strike and Trample, and that is the key to this build. Equipped creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped. Equipped creatures that are also equipped. Creatures that are equipped with either an equipment or are enchanted will have Double Strike. Now, this is really cool because, you know, we're using those auras, which are enchantments, for Double Strike. And then at the beginning of each combat, you may attach an aura or equipment attached to a creature you control to another target creature that you control. So you can attack, get some value, and then transfer over on your opponent's combat start to continue to gain value from those auras, which is pretty cool, right? So again, we have Double Strike through Halvar. The Kami has Trample organically. Whenever we cast an enchantment spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And then at the beginning of each end step, if an enchantment was put into our graveyard from the battlefield this turn, we get to bring it from our grave back into our hand, which is absolutely fantastic, right? So, you know, even if they are removing it, when an enchantment is put into the grave, which will be, we get to grab it back to our hand and then, you know, replay it and replay it and replay it, which is really quite nice. So, organic trample that grows here whenever we play and equip enchantments. And then we have Rune of Might as an enchantment, giving +1/+1 and trample, plus we get to draw a card, right? This can be attached to any permanent. So, you know, we do have the lands as an option, Lair of the Hydra, right? First and foremost, and then Cave of the Frost Dragon. If you want, which is decent, gaining the draw is really, really nice. And then, you know, these runes are reduced through the Naturalist. It's a 2/2 with lifelink. Enchantments are 1 less to cast. And then the Runeforged Champion as a 2/3 for 3 when it enters the battlefield. Search your library and or graveyard for a rune card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then search. Then if you search your library this way, shuffle. We can pay 1 rather than the mana value of that rune for the spell, and you know, then reducing it by that generic mana through the Naturalist, which is really nice. So basically free casting the runes, which is phenomenal. And then of course Light-Paws 2/2, whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value that's equal or less. And then it has to have a different name than each aura you control. Put that card into the battlefield attached to Light-Paws, and then shuffle. This is fantastic because we've got a variety of 3-drops that can pull each other, and then the 2 runes to get down and dirty as well if we didn't have the opposing one. So Light-Paws is fantastic. The ability to play multiple enchantments per turn, fantastic. And then the fact that we have those enchantments affecting our field state in a drastic way is also very, very good, right? The Generous Visitor is a good example of this. Whenever an enchantment, or sorry, whenever you cast an enchantment, not even enters play, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, right? So, you know, we're kind of making a big creature, right? We're giving it lifelink, we're giving it trample, and then we're going to give it double strike, which is very good. That's going to win us the majority of our matches here. We have protection from any of the exile or removal combat damage through Tomao's safekeeping, right? Indestructible, hexproof, gain 2 life. This is fantastic, right? So that's going to keep us in the game and keep our opponent on their toes. The Burrows, +1/+3, draw a card. Wisdom, +2/+1 if you have the most powerful creature, draw a card. Cathar's Call, whenever you attack, or sorry, at the beginning of your end step, make a 1/1 token, and then we gain Vigilance as well. And then Born to Drive, which, holy Toledo's, this is a good card. +1/+1 for each creature and or vehicle you control. We can also channel it, which is going to be fantastic, right? So if you have double strike with trample, and then you Born to Drive this creature, and you already have a decent field, it's going to be a lot of damage for your opponent to deal with. And of course, you know, we've got protection for that creature as well, so it can get confirmed combat damage in, which is really nice. I mentioned the Frost Dragons, I mentioned the Lair, but we also have Seed of the Empire, 4 damage to attacking or blocking creature, and then Who Endures to destroy land, artifact, or enchantment that an opponent controls as well, which is fairly decent. You know, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're good lands, and this is a beautiful deck. I'm just taking it all in. Again, it was a little bit of a rough start in our first video. A good match, nonetheless, so I had to include it. Well, I include all my matches, let's be honest. But then after that, we just go on a complete tear into the top 800 Mythic, which is really exciting. So a little bit of a confusing deck when you look at it, but I feel like we've done a pretty decent job of explaining it. To recap, your priorities are to, you know, get some creatures in play, give those creatures trample, potentially lifelink if you're against another aggro player, right? Because you need to survive, but it's not a necessity. And then double strike, right? Trample, double strike, let's go. All in the meanwhile holding up your protection to make sure that you don't get removed, right? So, you know, that should be good enough to get you guys rolling. Of course, you know, we're going to demonstrate this in depth within today's gameplay footage. And then after that, we're going to wrap up with card of the day. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the channel to your friends. You know, we just hit 40,000 subscribers, which is really exciting. How quick can we hit 50 if everybody buckles down and shares to a friend? Well, I bet it would be quite quick, and I would love that. Cheers, you guys. You've made this experience so fantastic. I hope you're all having a good experience. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and then, like I said, we're going to wrap up. Here we are again. Another day in paradise, hanging out with your favorite Magic creator, HGG. Getting down, getting dirty in Mythic rank. With Light-Paws. No attacks. Love to sneak the visitor in. We need to protect from exile on 3. I think we get... Interesting. No blocks. Land and play. Visitar out. Hold up our safekeeping. No attacks. We will need an enchantment to kick off this party, and we'll find one eventually. Wouldn't mind getting rid of the Luminarch. I'm assuming there's a Brutal Cathar Skyclave apparition here. Paladin's class to increase the cost of safekeeping now to 2. Another Luminarch Aspirant. That's not good. 3. It's basically our only chance. We would keep Light-Paws up. We lose these visitors, which sucks so bad. But we're playing from behind. And that's really all we can do. Is exactly that. Play from behind. We gain 2 life. Paws survives. And if we would have just waited. You ding-a-ling. We could have attacked for so much here. Alright. You never know, though, right? And if we didn't block, we probably would have just drawn a land. Right? That's funny. Now, I guess the question is, do they have... they probably do. Should we just take the draw? No. No attacks, we're chilling. They got burnt last time they attacked. Well, not really burnt, but surprised, I suppose. 4 cards in hand. We're playing defensively. We do not have interaction, but maybe they think we do. Luminarch on the Usher. No blocks. They have 3 mana still, right? So we have to be aware. Are they going to boast? Play a 1-drop? Try and exile? Like, you know, the thing goes, force them to have it. It's another white source, as the farmlands can be both. This is where it gets weird. I think we be greedy and we try to do it all at once and just survive. If we push to 4, we could attack. Oh, that's so greedy. We get the draw. And we grab some of that life back. Unfortunately, once we have a Rune of Might and a Rune of Sustenance in play, the Light-Paws It does go down a little bit in quality, as it has to have a different name, but it's good enough. Like, typically, 1 or 2 free casts will get you the match here. And as long as they don't have exile, you know, we're golden. No blocks. They boast, which is good news, down to 2 mana. Worst case scenario, Fateful Absence. Or Valorous Stance. You dog. Oh, wow. That's unpleasant. I wish we would have put our trample here. We're gonna have to nuke this Paladin's class. Yeah, we just have to go for it. They can trade. Something. That stance was hot. If we would have just put that onto the Runeforge instead. They double pump into this. That's really hot too. Ay caramba. Is that lethal? Uh-oh. Actually, whoops, we should put that over here. Right, and then we could block that 3/3, gain 4 life. They might not even attack with it. They get a land. Yeah, we could have saved it for the Frost Dragon, probably, as well, but... $14 damage down to 3. Yikes. Let me grab a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it just gets blocked with a token, right? $10 life. I mean, it's not enough, but they kill our land. And that makes the rune disappear as well, which we wanted to now equip to Halvar on their combat. Still looking down situation that's unfavorable. I don't know if we make it out of this. I think it would have been lethal with everything. Right? They had attacked with 5. We'd have had to have blocked the 2 5s. And then that still would have been lethal. I almost left without saying good game. It was a fantastic game. Going first, I guess if I have to. Keep this for removal. Turn 2. Turn 3. Yikes. Hello, good game. It's there, go. And tapped. Let's get after it. Kami, go. He's got weird legs. Weird legs, man. A little greedy here, but hey, what do? You're on the play. You may as well. Flex it. Kill all our creatures here. Grab an enchantment. I think the +1 is nice, in case they do have more damage-based removal. We'll push ourselves to 4. We get the draw. We'll probably just throw that layer in, right? I like it. A little teamier in the morning. Beautiful. Little hope skis. Goes to the grave. Sure will. Thank you. Thank you very much. Watch us get burned by another Cinderclasm. I burned down the house. I love it. I love it. I guess we'll grab another enchantment. Rune of Might from our grave. Take the draw. Light-Paws out. Pass our turn. I mean, they definitely have more field wipes, right? But we're doing our best. Goldfen Dragon is so good. It's 3 available mana. Yikes. So they definitely have interaction. How could they not? Ideally, they tap out. They do. Have they not played a land this turn? They need to play an island, I guess. And then they have the Fading Hopes. Ooh. That goes to exile. They're tapped. Olvar out for double strike. Who Endures out. Born to Drive out on the Emperor for double strike. They get super buffed. We take an action. We play Historian's Wisdom now on it as well. We draw a card. Beautiful. This doesn't need to do anything. Good game. Nice. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That was saucy. I'm sure you've been able to tell. I've got a big crush on Double Strike. Especially this set. Double Strike and Trample. It's just so much fun. Fun for the whole family. And look at Light-Paws as a 7/6. No joke about it. Woof. Going first. Maybe we can get an easy win here. Let's play slow, but not too slow. And really aggressively. And we hope it works out. Oh, mono green. Yikes. There's a definite yikesies there, I'll tell you what. Past turn. Runeforge will be out unprotected. Sculptor. Not ideal. Pack leader hits for 2. They know we won't trade. Except I will. It's not a trade. This might be greedy and burn us later, but get what you can get now. Runeforge out. Search library. Grab that trample. No attacks. We can't play them both, and we should hold Holvar so they don't know what we're doing. But if we play the rune, sometimes that's what it's about, right? We did exactly what I wanted to, was we just got the tap out. And sometimes you can do that, right? I'm pretty high ranked, they're pretty low ranked. They're probably sick of seeing this generous visitor. I mean, they're playing mono green though, right? And no complaints there. Slow, but not too slow. Going first. Well, it's the exact opposite of last match. This is a top 100 player. Yikes. Let's see if we can do any damage. Oh, mono green's gonna get revenge for his brethren. Without a doubt, there shall be revenge. The Seat of the Empire might save us. I would take it now as well. Like, I'll take it defensively, I'll also take it offensively. Because the Sculpture of Winter is a must remove. If you can. Because it ramps them, right? They could play a 4-drop now, so... That'd be bad, bruh! And they do. They do. Which is unpleasant. Ganjo's not up. Yet. Oh. Interesting. The Chariot is fantastic. Some blockers. Don't want to ramp them by killing it, because what if they have just another? But what if... 1, 2, 3... We have to kill it because they could drop... thing. They could drop a Ren in 7, and then what do we do after that? And then what, right? Or we kill it as it attacks? No, because then it's still copying. It doesn't even come in tapped. Let's champion. Hold up our safekeeping one more time. I think it's going to be life gain. Because it's an aggro deck, right? No attacks, we're chilling. We have the safekeeping. We have to play it slower than I'd like. And now this is where our worst nightmare comes true, is they play a turn 4, Ren in 7. copy the token with the chariot. Okay. I mean, it's not great. It could be worse. Now they're looking pretty tapped out here. What would they paw? Oh, they have a Blizzard Brawl? That's the only thing that makes sense to do it right now. Alright, so let's dodge. Good call on keeping up the safekeeping. They have indestructible, but so do we. They create a cat token anyways, though. Oof. Let's just take out a cat. Land out. Naturalist out. Triggers the commies. Rune out for 0 on the commie. That triggers them both. We draw a card. Do we race? Hell yeah, we do. Down to 8. We go up to 19. We can nuke this chariot once they tap a creature for it. Hopefully there's no more Blizzard Brawls or anything in general. Oh no. Like, how are we not screwed right now? If only we had another safekeeping in hand. I mean, we do. We do have it in hand, opponent. Down to 8. 3 land out. Here comes a pack leader. It happens. We did have an enchantment leave the battlefield, so it'll come back to our hand. But the enchantment's gone. We do gain life. Now they're going to crew. At which point we kill it in case they have a snakeskin before it's a creature. Tomato safekeeping could still save it. We take it, they get a land. It's in untapped, which is pretty brutal, but it's a good card. 3 cards in their hand now. They've got a nice looking field. We're in bad shape unless we top deck some really good looking auras here. They spend that mana on a pack leader, and that's why it's not the greatest. Back to our hand, please, and thank you. Kami out. Cave Dragon out. No attacks. Where's Light-Paws? Light-Paws? Where are you? It's kind of what pushes us over the top a lot of the time. Really? The enchantment dies, so we get the Kami back to hand. Grab some trample damage. We're at 23, 22 now. 2 creatures, not too bad. This is a lot of available mana for them now. Right, they could tap for 2, and then untap it, tap for an additional 2 for 4 total. 3 cards in hand, down to 8. We're at 24. We can kill that enchantment. Can we not? Right, and then it's not becoming a creature. It's just been dealt with, and they only get 2 mana. Well, they actually get 3 because, again, an additional land in untapped. But it's not 4. Oh, no, it is 4. No! Because the land's still untapped that it was equipped to. So nothing changes. I mean, we kill the 4/4 token. We need some auras off the top. Let's see what we get. Guess we just want the life gain. Or the booty. I think maybe the booty. Tommy out. Booty up a champion. We get the draw here as well, which is nice. No attacks. I mean, you know, we're competing, I guess. You know, that's the good thing. Bad thing is, oh, I think we've got our backs against the wall. It would only kill the Kami. Let's go down to 20. Ah, gross. Nice. Alright. Less than ideal. That's what they've got. And this is what we've got. Wish we would have picked life gain almost. Another Kami. Double strike or +2 vigilance. Return to our hand. That's hard to say. Double strike on the 1 with the 4/4. Let's see how this pans out. Should go to a Kami with it though, because the Kamis come back if they kill it. Let's swing. Maybe we should have swung with everyone. I still think they have enough defenders regardless. Like, that's 8. So they still would have had 2 blockers. I think maybe we should have maybe swung with everything. That's hard to say. Alright, they will need to quad block it. They lose the pack leader or the sculptor. Okay. It's good value. Right? At least we're competing. I mean, there's an empty hand, so it doesn't much matter. Back to our hand. Holy. What do they top deck? They're... Oh, nice top deck, my friend. You Dudley. You Dudley, bruh. You are Dudley. I'll take this damage. Down to 16. Oh, it's a good thing they defended. It's a good thing they defended. So, this is going to cost 5 plus itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't work. So let's commie. Born to drive on the commie. They both push up. It's an 8/8 with double strike. It stays there. And now we take lethal. I know math is for blockers, but I'm pretty sure we've got it. Wow. I thought this mono green deck was coming for revenge, but I guess not. That's not doing anything. That's not doing anything. Low. Good game. That's 16 damage plus the 8 on the side, which again would be lethal anyways. Kapow! Woof. 875. Beating a top 100 player. Wow, wow, wow. Holy Toledos. That last top-ranked mono green player was actually scaring me. I was like, you know what? Okay, we beat the 96% mono green player, kind of just outweight them, and, you know, they're not looking forward to that game. But a top 100 player is not conceding. You know, this person will do everything in their power to get the win. And, you know, they still couldn't. It was fantastic because mono green is such a good deck. It is one of the best aggro decks. So the fact that we are able to outbully it fairly easily has got to say something. Let's say a little something about card of the day. While we do this, it'd be a fantastic time to like the video. Subscribe. Actually, 1 second. I need this one to open. I can't read this card backwards. Actually, this one I might be able to because it's dual-sided, right? You just get the wrong picture. Anywho, Jaren, Corrupted Bishop. This is a 3-drop legendary creature human cleric. And whenever Jaren, the Corrupted Bishop, enters the battlefield or another non-token human you control dies, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 white human creature token, which is fantastic. I feel like this isn't used enough. We can also pay 2 to target human we control. Will gain lifelink. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you have exactly 13 life, you can pay 6 and transform Jaren, which is pretty cool. So this is an alternative art, which is fantastic. Moving that over, we have Armandal the Corruptor, 6/6 with Flying Trample lifelink. You can sacrifice another creature to draw a card, which is really good without having to pay anything, just like instant speed sack effect. Kind of like Woe Strider, but drawing instead of scrying, which is cool. So that is a pretty cool card. That's a Mythic rank, protected, of course, by Titan Shield. Check them out in the link tree, among other things. You guys, cheers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Check out another video. But before you do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yell about Hello Good Game on the forums, the Discord chats, whatever it takes to get you kicked out. Oh, gosh. Cheers, you guys. We'll see you soon in the next.